What's up, guys? You wonderful people. Welcome to another The Real Rant Reviewer. He has another video for you. Yes, we have another video. It is Halloween H20. You see it on the screen. This is Jamie Lee Curtis is back 20 years later, 1998. A Halloween H20. It's directed by Steve Miner. Of course, starring Josh Hartnett, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michelle Williams. Guys, I saw this movie. Of course, spoilers ahead. You know me. If you don't, I give my thoughts about the movie, and then I go into the plot if I can. Fuck that. It's an awesome rant. Now, I'm saying awesome rant probably because I'm biased because of nostalgic reasons, guys. But I'm half and half, honestly, because I'm gonna shit on the Michael Myers. That's the only reason this movie fails is this right here. As you can see, this Michael Myers. Um, Big time fail. They just put no effort into him. The hair is shitty. The costume is shitty. The look is shitty. Uh, just can't even describe it. Look at how clean his black tee is. Unbelievable. So, and of course we know about CGI Myers. So, I don't even think they credit a Michael Myers in this film because they use maybe 4 or 5 different people for him. But here's the CGI Myers. It's horrible. But besides, barring that, barring the stupid, despicable Myers, you do have some great performance by Jamie Lee Curtis, and this is a performance from her that we should be getting in. Got in 18. We should be getting it in Kills and in Ends, but we get it here in H2O, and I like this Strode. It's perfect, and she's perfect, and she does the role so believable that I just buy every minute of it, guys. So fuck that. She does great in this compared to any other Halloween besides the first and second. And that's what they do. They discontinue off only the 2 movies, the Halloween number 1 and 2, the originals there, and they continue to H2O. So you could actually watch that 1, 2, and then go to H2O. That's cool, like that. How it goes into that very nicely. But and you get a lot of good supporting actors, like I said here, Josh Hartnett, Michelle Williams. And the kills aren't vicious, the kills aren't crazy, the kills aren't there, but you know Myers is different as well. He's got some kind of human traits here, because he didn't kill a chick and a kid in a bathroom stall and a woman in a bathroom stall. Just took their car and took off. So we see that Myers here has some human elements, and his only focus is to kill Laurie and any of her bloodline, probably as well. LL Cool J's in this, as you can see. He does a great job as well, guys, for the scenes he's in. So he should have been in it more for sure. I had some kind of battle with Myers, but didn't happen. So those are my thoughts, honestly, guys. And of course, like I said, this I don't want to go into the history of it, that how this is a Scream like, and 2 years before Scream was, and Kevin Williamson and all this, the writers and making this Scream like. Yeah, it does have that Scream feel element. Sure, it doesn't have the Halloween element, guys. That's what's disappointing too about the movie. There's no doubt about it. But to me, I kind of like that little edge on it, but they just didn't bring the Michael Myers to fruition. They didn't bring him to the fore. They didn't bring nothing about Myers. Total shit on Myers. So, but other than that, the music is forgettable in a way, but it has some good tracks, 1 or 2 good tracks. Can't knock the soundtrack too bad on H2O. And the ending is awesome. And I saw this in theaters in 1998. It was fucking amazing. The ending was amazing. And like I said, I'm talking off just the first impressions of the movie, and I thought the ending was just sufficed. It was perfect, and everyone cheered, and that's the way it should be. So I was there in the cinema to experience this reaction from the crowd, and how it was the first time, and how they felt about the movie every step of the way. They also had in the beginning have a voiceover of Loomis. Like I said, in H2O, this voiceover does it. They did it in 18. They should have continued that in Kills. Do a voiceover. This pays much more respect to the characters, and it gets the point across. But besides, barring those points, like I said, and all that, it is a good movie. It does have its Michael Myers moments to a point, but what it's all about for me is Laurie Strode and her son. So, and then when the son's taken out of the equation, it's all about Strode one-on-one with Myers. And the fight could have been done way better, guys. To me, when I watched this fight scene years later, it's shitty. The fight scene's shitty until you get to the end. So, Anyways, let's get into the plot. So I'm gonna freestyle it off the dome here. I do have Wikipedia up. I will refer to it if necessary. So boys and girls, children of all ages, it's Halloween H20. So you start 20 years later, and you meet Marilyn Chambers. This is a nurse from the first movie. She's at Dr. Loomis's old retirement house. She lives there because I guess he recently died. And it's ransacked. When she gets home, she's scared. She goes next door. Guess who she gets? Two kids. One of them is Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I think you'll remember him from Third Rock from the Sun, Inception, a couple other great movies. Anyways, he goes over with a hockey stick, Jason style, and then checks it out, but finds nothing. He goes out, tells Marilyn Chambers, "Yo, nothing's awry." So she goes back in, and what do you know? Myers is awry. He's around. He ends up chasing her all around. She's ended up to escape the house, go next door, back to Joseph Gordon's house, but there he's dead. He's got a fucking a skate through his a hockey skate through his head. It's a good kill there without even seeing it. So they're all dead, both of the kids. She runs back home, uh, and when this happens here, she's chased around. But police show up next door to Joseph's house. They do not look next door through a window. They could see. If they did, they would see Mrs. Chambers here dying because Michael has her in a fatal struggle. Finishes her with a throat slash, I'm pretty sure, and then takes her car and rides out. So Michael's driving in this, yes. He's driving like cross country in this shit, guys, to get to Laurie. So, anyways, he gets into a nice car. The car breaks down eventually. He stops at a rest stop. He runs into a girl and a woman. He doesn't kill them. He just takes their car keys in a really cool scene and a little, suspenseful scene. He leaves to head towards where Laurie is. He knows where she is because he went through Dr. Loomis's papers there, guys. So we know there's some humanity to this man here, going from 1-2 to H20. So then you get introduced to Laurie here 20 years later, what she's been doing. She faked a car crash. She's now a professor here at this local college, that's deep in California, what have you. Nice little preppy area. She has a nice little boyfriend going, and she has the son, John. So John's the son here, and he's turning 17, I believe. So it's Halloween coming up. And, she's on edge. She's taking pills. It's a nightmare she has. John has to deal with his mother's stress and PTSD and her overprotection. So John's kind of sick of it. Anyways, the father's not involved in the picture, and he goes to the same school here, of course. Excuse me. And yeah, so you meet some of John's friends here, like Michelle Williams and a couple others, and you follow them, and you follow how Michael Myers finally arrives. LL's the security guard here for the school, but Michael is able to penetrate and get in. But before this, Michael gets in. He stops into town where Miss Laurie Strode and her son happen to be out and about, and you see the truck, that the car and all this shit. You see that Myers is in the town, and Laurie's on edge the whole time, guys. And she's drinking the hell out, drinking with the boyfriend. She's stressed. It's Halloween. The flashbacks. It's all coming to her. She's worried about her son. And her son's like, "Get off my back," and she agrees. Anyways, there's a trip coming up to Yosemite Park for the students, and he wants to go. So, but she doesn't want him to. She's worried, and that's a big argument between them. But finally, they come back, and LL lets them in, and that's when she says to John, "Listen, you can go to Yosemite. I'm sorry for being overprotective. You're right. I'm overdoing it. Have fun." But he feels guilty because really he's not going. He doesn't want to go. He wants to stay with his girl, and have a Halloween party, you know what I'm saying? Get the shimmy shimmy on with his friends too there. So he feels bad and guilty, but he's staying behind. So the people leave, all the students. It's a cool little scene where the buses leave. Very good feel there of Halloween. Just like a really good feel, kind of. And then his little cameo by Jamie Lee's mother, of course. Miss Lee there. Janet Leigh from Psycho, and the car from Psycho's in it too, and a little throwback music, and everybody leaves. So just people stay behind. Don't go to the class trip is Mrs. Curtis, her boyfriend, and the students there, Josh, Michelle, and his two friends. So anyways, they stay behind, and Myers pulls in, like I said previous, and he's able to get past LL Cool J and slip past. From this point on, you don't see nothing of LL. So LL disappears for a while. You don't know if Myers got him or what he's doing. Either way, sorry about that. So Myers is on the prowl here, and this is where he's going to pick off a couple of friends, and he does. He picks off Josh Hartnett's two friends pretty easily. Now, these kills, of course, you see Myers. He's not scary. He's not brutal. There's nothing special about him. The kills aren't special. Anyways, you eventually see that they find out that one of the chicks is hung up to a light bulb. That's cool. You see it for a brief moment. Not bad. They're running from Myers. Myers is able to catch up with them, slash Mr. Hartnett, John. They're able to escape into this little corridor here where Myers runs into Laurie Strode 20 years later for the first time in 20 years, face to face through this glass. It's a great picture. As you can see, it's a great trailer for the movie, and it's great. This wonderful scene when you see that. And then, yeah, he comes in eventually, and they hide in the closet. But, you know, while Jamie and the boyfriend look for Myers, they have a gun. They pull the gun. They see Myers. They shoot. It is not Myers. It happens to be LL who's got shot. The boyfriend is so fucking, bugged out that he shot the wrong man. But guess what? Pay attention, because Myers is behind him. Myers is a classic kill where he sticks the knife in his back and lifts him up while he's twitching, and then drops him to the ground. It's fucking amazing kill. Jamie's shit pants. She runs. She gets the kids out and tells John, go for the car. They go. She gets John out with the car. Right as they're about to leave, she tells her son, no, go. I'm staying to finish my brother off, Michael Myers. That is so fucking good. And he's crying, but she stays, and she calls out Michael in the streets, gangster style. It's time. So they fight. They have a good fight sequence. Myers is able to outsmart her a couple good points, but Jamie Lee has just got the willpower, and she's had enough, and she knows Myers by now. So yeah, she can stab her hand on him, guys, and is able to stab him with like a flagpole a couple times eventually after falling off a balcony. So Myers seems to be out for the count, but she knows better. So as the cops in the ambulance. Now this is the part in the movie in the theater where everybody was just cheering. And it was an amazing part because you didn't see these really in the movies at that point. She takes an officer's gun, pulls it, points it at them, Jamie Lee Curtis, and she tells them, get back the fuck off. And she jumps into the van where Michael Myers' body is in the bag and drives off. She wants to finish this once and for all. What a great fucking scene here coming, guys. These last 10 minutes. And it's fast and furious. She's driving fast, speeding around these curbs, and you can see the great Steve Miner here with some great work shows the back, and you can see that Myers is moving eventually. He's coming out of the body bag by himself. At this moment, Jamie Lee is looking behind herself. She sees him coming. She hits the brakes. He flies out of the front of the windshield. He stands. She knows he's not dead. She says, get up. He gets up. He stands. She finishes him by running him off the cliff, hitting him with the car, trapping him, pinning him down a hill between a tree and the van, the hood of the van. So he's trapped, and she gets out. She was thrown from the van, so she's fine, I guess. But she gets out. She has the axe. She finds it. She picks it up. There's a great touching little moment, guys, where honestly, weird moment where she reaches out. He reaches out to touch her hand, and she briefly touches it, slightly touches it, just a little, and then that split second, bam, slices off his fucking head with the axe. And it's a good music when she swings it. It's a good classic Halloween little thing. She slices it off. You hear the music, and Halloween's over. The theme plays, and it's over. Curtain call on Halloween H20 20 years later, and man, watch it. That's all. Watch it. It's number 5 on my Halloween rank list, guys. H20 is number 5 on my Halloween, and this is why. So, like I said, it's going to be an awesome rant. I enjoyed the movie. If you haven't enjoyed it, I'm sorry. Please leave a comment down below and tell me why it's a piece of shit. I will read it. Thank you, guys.